Ariel Helwani in Las Vegas for UFC 181 alongside Gilbert Melendez, who meets Anthony Pettis for the UFC lightweight title this Saturday live on pay-per-view. Gilbert, it's good to see you. It's been a while. It's been over a year since we've seen you in action, and you knew about this fight since February, which is interesting because at the time he was injured. You've just been preparing mentally for the fight. He had to prepare at one point to get back to 100% and then prepare for you. Do you think that's to your advantage?
You know, I try not to think of it too as an advantage, but when people ask me, like, are you concerned with ring rust? Are you concerned with your time off? I just kind of look at that, and I look at, like, well, you know, I'm not concerned with it because he's had more time off than me, and so that's kind of how I look at it. I don't look at it to his advantage, but just knowing that, hey, you know, we're on the same boat.
How would you describe this past year? Because you're coming off a tremendous fight, arguably fight of the year, and you're in your prime, you're not hurt, but yet you had to sit on the sidelines for so long. So what was it like? You got the show and all that, but you didn't get to do what you love.
Yeah, it was tough not fighting, you know, but it was a productive year and just kind of like branding myself and, you know, doing the show and, you know, doing some TV gigs and just kind of focusing on my gym and as well as training. So, you know, for the fight game, it wasn't the best, but I thought I did a lot of productive stuff for, you know, my career that is going to need life after fighting.
Speaking of The Ultimate Fighter, he told us that he kind of stopped watching after the first round. What about you?
Anthony said he stopped watching the TV show? Oh yeah, no, I watched some of the show, you know, I'm usually training during that time, but I try to watch all the fights, especially, you know, I'm more concerned with that, but, you know, me and my wife will sit down and watch all the lady fights, and I've seen all the girls fights, and some of the shows here and there if I have some time, but, you know, it's hard to have time to watch TV, but, you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy all the girl fights. I thought all the ladies did a great job, and, you know, some of the drama in the house, you know, is the drama, but being there the whole time, a lot of it was hard training, and you wish sometimes they focus on how hard they train.
At this point, are you kind of tired of thinking about this guy? I mean, I can't count how many times you've had like press conferences and stare downs and you've been around each other to show. Is it getting a little tiresome?
Yeah, it is. It was, you know, but now we're here and now it's time, you know what I mean? And that's the best part about it, you know. Hey, you know, of course, you know, not fighting bothered me, you know, all this crap bothers you, but now it's like it's finally here and it's like time to just get it done.
Are you viewing this as kind of do or die for you? Because it's rare to get a third crack at the title if, you know, you're 0-2. Like, do you have to win this fight for your legacy? Because there are a lot of guys, Dan Henderson, you think of so many guys who never got that belt, and you don't want to be in that category, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I feel like I accomplished everything there is accomplished in the sport except getting that, you know, that UFC belt, which is the most prestigious title, you know, at this time. And I think that, you know, if I win that title, I think I can be up for, you know, one of the greatest of all time, you know, and I would love to have that. You know, with that said, yeah, you know, this is a huge fight, and this could be my last shot at the title, 100%. And if I lose, you know, I'd probably need to win 6 fights in a row to get a shot at the title. So so I understand this is my last chance. So you better believe I'll be rolling the dice, going for it.
Have you been thinking about what it felt like after the Benson fight, the controversy, how close you were, and what you can do differently to not feel that way again?
Yeah, totally. I feel like I fought a certain type of fight. I feel like I won that fight. I feel like I had a tactical fight, and I don't regret anything I did. I think I did exactly what I needed to do to win. And except I do think about now that, okay, this is my last shot, and this is a different type of fighter, and with a different type of game plan I have to have a different type of mindset, and it's different than the Benson fight. So there's definitely going to be a different style and a less conservative style for this fight.
Deep down inside, you feel like he respects your skill set?
I like to think so. I think he does respect my skill set, and if not, he's about to get some respect for it.
How about Diego Sanchez throwing out some technique talk on Twitter, right?
Yeah, that's great. You know,
you're back.
Yeah, Diego got my back. That was pretty funny, you know. But I appreciate that. But I'm definitely, you know, I'm glad he said that. But I was well aware, you know.
I would imagine. Gilbert, best of luck to you. Looking forward to the fight very much.
Thanks, Ariel.